Cheers, guys. How are you today?
Very good, Tim.
Buongiorno, Signor Daniels.
You've been practicing, I see.
I tell you what, I haven't, but Rachel has. She keeps, because she speaks French and Spanish and some English. So she's been brushing up on her Italian.
Yeah, she'll get it quickly then. It's just a lot of this. You got to
do this a lot. Mangia, bella. Dude, I'm going to be seeing you in a couple of weeks. And you know, it's like anything else. I keep checking the weather in Venice. I check the weather in Florence. We've been having some pretty nice weather here, though, Timmy, the last couple of days. It was 20. When I left the golf course yesterday, Fred, it was 21 degrees.
Was it really?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
I know. I kicked off my flip-flops out back. I was in my bare feet.
Yeah, Fred was in his flip-flops. Apparently, apparently that's supposed to be exciting news.
Today here, it was the high was 21 also, and I'm wrapped up because this is winter for us.
Yeah, is it? Well, that's funny you say that because I lived in L.A. for a couple of years, but I moved there in the summer, and I was still kind of getting used to the temperature. But my first full winter there, when it got down to about 60, I was like, ooh. This is cold.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I want to talk about the Healthguage because that's why you're here. And I don't know what's on your mind, but I did something on the weekend on your recommendation that I hadn't done in a while is I synced it with the app. You know, it's been a while. When the time changed, I said, I've got to sync it. And I spent some time. It really is fascinating how much information you can get on the app. It's on the watch, but when you see it on the app in terms of keeping track of things over time, it really does make a big difference. And maybe, I know we've talked about it a little bit, but I just wanted to mention that. And plus, I don't know if I was going to send but we're getting some people that are ordering it. And I had a note from somebody this week waiting for their Phoenix to arrive. But anyway, I just thought it was important that people should know that there's information on the watch, but the app itself is very easy to use and has other information.
Very much so. The app is, much more robust. There's many different things that you can do with the app that the watch just can't do. The biggest single thing is that the watch uses pretty decent algorithms to aggregate things like your blood pressure, but the platform uses artificial intelligence, which is the next notch above that, and you can see the difference. So, for example, you can run a blood pressure test using just the watch, and it'll come out with one number. And you run it through the platform using the artificial intelligence, and you'll see that the number, it might vary by, enough to be, significantly different. Let's not say significantly different, but noticeably different. And when you compare that against, let's say, a store-bought cuff from, I was going to say London Drugs again, but I know you don't like London Drugs. That's not a reference that goes down well in Toronto. What do you have out there?
Because you said London Drugs. That's such a Western Canadian thing.
Exactly.
We have they're called Shoppers Drug Marts, Tim. You Western Canadian snob.
So if you use our artificial intelligence, it's on the phone app. It actually has been clinically tested to be more accurate than the cuff you're buying from Shoppers Drug Mart.
Really, that's cool.
Whereas the blood pressure measurement on the watch itself is decent, but it's not quite that good. So you do get a much more robust.
Tim, I was saying this. I went to Shoppers on the weekend and I tested it, and it was within a couple of percentage points. It was pretty accurate. I was honestly, I was 121 over 85 on the cuff, and I was like 117 over. Around 80, 81. It was pretty close. Pretty close for a thing you can carry around on your arm.
Yeah, for sure. And that sort of marginal difference is non-material. That it's not like those numbers are enough of a difference between them that it's going to make any sort of.
Well, that's and where it comes into play if it's alarming. If it may not be actually right dead on, but if you test it and all of a sudden you're through the roof, it's like, okay, I got to take the next step here.
Yeah. Exactly right. What I wanted to do quickly here today is just give you what we like to call the 7 Ps of Healthgage, of the Healthgage solution.
Oh, yes. Is this a test?
Encapsulates the entire reason why people should be using this wearable in combination with this phone app, in combination with this magical AI, driven cloud platform. And it's all encapsulated in what we call the 7 Ps. And it goes like this. The first one is personalized. You might want to write this down.
Okay, hang on. Do you want me to write this down? Phil, write this down.
Personalized. So first of all, our technology allows patients and doctors to better understand a patient's health by accumulating data combinations of data that are unique to that patient. So you've got blood pressure, ECG, PPG, heart rate variability, activity, sleep patterns, et cetera, But through the platform that we're just talking about now, through the phone app, you can look at and measure graphically the combination of those two, your sleep pattern versus your heart rate, or your blood pressure versus your activity, and so on. And so you can come up with these very personalized combinations that are relevant to your overall health. So that's one thing, personalized. Next thing, precise. We just talked about it. Our device, our AI-driven phone app, has the same range of accuracy as monitoring devices that you pick up from the store or that your healthcare providers use. So it's precise. It's predictive. Now, this is really important. This is why we use these things, is that when you aggregate hundreds of health metrics over days and weeks and months and years, using the platform, our AI platform, it's much easier for you and your healthcare team to make informed decisions and have informed conclusions about possible long-term health outcomes, while at the same time the ability to micromanage ongoing therapies hourly and daily, or as often as you need. So it has that predictive characteristic to it. And what leads from predictive characteristic is preventative. And so because you're getting this immediate and actionable feedback from our solution, to an imminent health problem, God forbid, you now have this informed view of what could happen in the future, and that might lead you to make some changes today in your lifestyle that changes or prevents that future outcome that's negative.
Okay, so those are the first 3 of 7.
First 3 of 7.
Okay, so personalized, predictive, something with another P.
So personalized, precise, predictive, and preventative are the first 4.
Oh, so there's 4. Okay, Phil, are you keeping track of this?
Participation.
Yes.
For the first time, we get to participate in our own healthcare rather than it being just a top-down, doctor-driven healthcare model where my doctor tells me what to do.
Right.
Now we have the ability to become a stakeholder in our own daily care going forward. And so this gives us, the doctor on the wrist. It gives us that ability to participate in our own well-being and healthcare going forward. Next one is platform. We talked about this. Our AI-driven cloud platform is really the key to all this, in that it's aggregating all this data and it's putting it up into the cloud, so that if your health provider is a doctor that you choose who happens to be in Singapore, he's got access to it, as does your entire healthcare team or your family members and so on and so forth. So the platform, becomes a real key integral part, as opposed to, let's say an Apple Watch where, you've got some data on your wrist, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, but that Apple Watch isn't integrated with a full platform and a system that keeps track of and saves the data. As you said, one of them, I know there's one more P to go, but I wanted to mention the idea that you can look at your health in a historical data-driven scenario where you can sort of look back and go, yeah, you know what? I haven't been sleeping as well. Here's proof. And look at my heart rate variability has gone up. What's the final PT?
And the final P is pertinent. When you talk about the first 6 Ps, they collectively they have this positive, immediate, and relevant influence on the outcome of the patient, of the cost of healthcare, because if you're doing preventative medicine rather than reactive medicine, it's reducing the cost. And it's changing, the doctor-patient relationship. It makes you a more active part of your own healthcare going forward. And so now the patient actually gets to be a contributing member of the healthcare team. And so it pulls all of this together in a very pertinent way. So that is the P's of Healthgage.
The seven P's reminds me of my life before my prostate surgery.
I knew somebody on this show was going to make a pee-pee joke.
There we go. So prostate, the 8th P, I guess, somehow in there.
I was looking for something here. I can't remember. God damn it, Phil. I have something I've been saving for Tim. I'm going to have to find it in the email because you know what happened, Tim? I was having trouble remembering the promo code. And we had a bit of correspondence from somebody who was saying, Howard screwed up the promo code. And then Phil, if I can't find it in the next 15 seconds, can you resend it to me?
Sure, absolutely. Is that in my notes?
I got it. Here we go. So I kept screwing it up, Tim. And so I said, Phil, you got to create something so that I don't wreck it again. So here's what Phil did.
Humble Fred HG. Humble Fred HG. Humble Fred HG.
Wait, it gets weirder.
Humble Fred HG. Humble Fred HG.
Humble Fred HG.
So then he did this.
I have a humble. I have a Fred. Humble Fred HG.
So I wouldn't forget
I
it,
have a
Tim.
humble. I have a Fred.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I'll never get
Humble
that.
Fred HG.
I like it.
Oh, that's my favorite. Here's the mature. Oh, yeah. Here, by the way, here's the mature one on the show.
I like it.
All right, there you go. I think we had that was awesome. I'm so looking. Well, first of all, I wanted to see you available for a little How Tim chat next couple days. I wanted to talk about me coming there, but I'm just really excited to see you. I'm excited to see Florence. Fred's been to Florence. Have you been to Florence, right?
Oh yes, loved it.
I haven't.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
And,
great little spot.
And where we're staying isn't far from where you live. You said.
Not at all. You're like 5 minutes away, and you're right where you want to be. You're right, in the sweet spot of everything there is to see and do in Florence.
Well, I'm looking forward to hanging with you. I've got a little Moose Jaw centric gift for you, and I will. Next time we see each other, it will be in person, I guess. What's that, Freddie?
I had a great carbonara in Florence.
Oh, did you?
I'm sure you did.
Oh, yes.
Carbonara, you might want to know, just for future reference, is actually a Roman dish. It comes from Rome.
Okay.
But they do a decent carbonara here as well.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Listen to you two. It's okay. It's not as good as the Roman one.
And, your Healthgage may go crazy, with that sort of bacon and all that fat, but what the hell, eh?
Can't wait.
Step out once in a while.
There he is, Tim Daniels from Healthgage. Healthgage.com. Put in the promo code HumbleFredHG for 15% off. I'm going to send you a quick note, see what you're up to in the next couple of days. We'll talk soon. Okay, Timmy?
Good, guys.
All right, there he is, Tim Daniels.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, he's living his life in Florence, Florence, Italy. I wonder if Mrs. Daniels is aware that I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Am I gonna meet your wife, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not. Yeah.
I gotta go. Look at the time.
Okay, see you later.
Of course.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Listen, I've soured rooms all over the world. All over the world. All right, that's Tim Daniels. Thanks, Tim. Take care.